This is our 5 favorite toys from the upcoming Star Wars Force Friday. We tried to get a good variety of stuff here because I think Max and I like to collect sort of all throughout the Star Wars universe, regardless of what's what. So number 1 is the Star Wars Black Series. I really like these. They kind of vary in quality, but this one specifically, I may or may not have opened one at my desk a little bit early.
Yeah, who knows?
Is super cool. This is K2SO, the new droid played by Alan Tudyk. He's one of the tallest toys they've made. He's up there with Chewbacca, actually. This is the 6-inch series scale. They go for $19.99. He's really articulate, really posable. The paint job is really good on him. You can pretty much find these anywhere. This one specifically isn't retail exclusive anywhere. I know some are, such as Cass Anvar, I think is his name is, or no, what's his name? Cashin. What?
Who cares?
All these new characters.
Whatever.
We have so many new names to learn. Yeah. So this is number 1. This is K2SO. He's really cool. You can go pick him up. Number 2, these things. You probably, if you were a Star Wars fan in the '90s. You had some of these back in the day. These are the Micro Machines kits that they open up. They used to make them based on helmets, but they open up and they're filled with tiny little Micro Machine figures. I wasn't crazy about the ones they did for The Force Awakens. They were kind of not great quality. This one, on the other hand, $74.99. It's a much bigger kit. It's almost like a scaled down version of the Lego one. It actually comes with a bunch of different figures. Now, one of the cool things about this is this actually comes with access to this new app called Star Wars Effects, which you can use to scan your Star Wars toys in and add sort of like post-production effects on them, so it looks like they're shooting lasers and explosions. You basically make little mini movies.
I think that works with a lot of different toys. I think they've got that on some of the vehicles, and I think some of the action figures even. So that said, Smart R2-D2.
Yeah, so
he's not in this film, is he?
Yeah, this is, I believe, a Walmart exclusive, sort of like in the line of that BB-8 app-controlled droid. This is app-controlled, using your phone over Bluetooth. And yeah, it takes 4 AA batteries, and he walks around, he beeps, he makes sounds. I don't know if he can serve you drinks like he does in Return of the Jedi, but if you put a little hat with some beer on it, maybe he will.
Yeah, or you might break your toy.
You might break your toy.
And you have to go and get a new one.
Yeah, we are not liable for that. Number 4, Max, you're a big fan of this scale of figures.
I'm getting this. These are actually, I think, my 2 favorite designs from the new movie. You've got Moroff, who's that large exotic hound.
With 2 red rockets.
Yeah. And I saw an unboxed version of this figure, and he's just got the grossest feet. Like, he's like, if you've ever had a rabbit and it sits in its own pee sometimes, and they get that yellowed fur on their paws. Or he's got that.
Those old lady dogs with the white feet, and
or they got the eye boogers. Like, this guy totally has eye boogers that like a dog would have. And then you've got the Scarif Stormtrooper, otherwise known as the fun Cabana Beach Trooper.
Yeah, I like him. He's the squad leader version. You can tell by some of the insignia and markings and paint on them. They're making a bunch of different versions of that figure, but if you want a cheap one, this one's going to go for around $16 for both of these figures. They get missiles and stuff like that, and yeah, it's a good time.
I've learned over the years not to put too much stock in what a playset tells you is happening in a movie, because you know there has never been like a neon Batman in any movies, but there have been hundreds of toys like that. I don't know if this Dogman and this Beach Trooper are going to actually fight in the film, but I really hope they do. I hope that there's a scene where the 2 of them are just going at it.
Yeah, and I love his little knapsack in case he gets tired, he can take a rest. He's
probably got a bunch of like snack bars in there and stuff, a bunch of old raisins.
And number 5, I don't know if this one's specifically tied to Force Friday, but if you're a big Lego guy like we are, wow, this is the set to own this year. Now, it's sort of a repackaging of the one they did back in the day.
Which is hard to find.
It goes for $500. This is the Lego Death Star. It comes with 23 minifigures, a bunch of ships. When you rotate this thing... I thought
you were going to say something else there.
Oh. It's 4,016 pieces. It's got all the cool little moments that you remember from everything in the Death Star. Not only A New Hope, but also stuff from Empire and Jedi. So it's sort of this mishmash of all things Death Star, and it's awesome. We have one more shot of it if you want to take a look right here.
Oh, man.
So here's the little minifigures. You've got the Imperial Guards. You've got a little Dianoga in there. You've got the Emperor shooting lightning bolts. You've got that tunnel where they rescue Princess Leia from. There's the trash compactor down there. There's so much cool stuff here.
Yeah.
So I love this set. I can't afford it because it's just hard to justify something like this.
You know what? I think I'm just going to like, maybe, I want to get this and then not buy anything else.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is such, if you had to buy one Lego set, I feel like I'd go with this one. I know that people get those big, huge sets of just like vehicles that have like 3,000 pieces. I'm all about like play sets. This is just like such a dream come true in terms of a toy.
Yeah, I have the Millennium Falcon one at home, and I'm kind of bummed that I do because I wish I could swap that out and put this one in its place and sort of justify in my life that
you should put them next to each other and pretend that they're to scale, and then imagine A New Hope if that was how that movie worked. First of all, they're trying to park the Falcon inside the Death Star that's half its size. So
that's no moon, it's a ball the size of our ship.
You're never going to fit in there.
So yeah, Force Friday, you can probably start shopping at midnight tonight. Retailers have already leaked some of those things. One of the things I like to check is Walgreens. Walgreens is like kind of a weird beat down chain of a store sometimes, and you can go in like the ones in like bad neighborhoods and just find the coolest Star Wars stores, which I do a lot here in San Francisco because Walgreens is a place where people get a lot of bad stuff.
You know what I like about being an adult?
Yeah.
Is that I can go to the store and I can buy hard alcohol and Star Wars toys, and it's not my problem. I'm
Dude,
gonna buy it.
I gotta say, one of my favorite things to do as an adult in the last few years specifically is like my wife's like, we gotta go to Target and pick up some like laundry garbage or whatever. She doesn't say it like that. That's me.
I don't know. You're marrying.
And then I already did. And then she walks over and she's like, I got all this, this, and this, and look at this, this, and this. And I'm like, look at this, they made a dog. And he's got guns, and he's gonna be in the new Star Wars movie. And I just kind of slide it into the register as if I'm 5.